Hello, in this video I'm going to demonstrate the cloud workflow execution. First I will demonstrate how we apply the map and reduce construct to the workflow. So let's go ahead and look at the web bench. Okay, so now we have this workflow. Let me open this. As you can see, there's two workflow tasks here. The first one is a max speed per trace and the second one is max speed per vehicle. And I have already applied the constructs, so let me go ahead and look at the table. So let's go ahead and delete these rows. Okay, so now I'm going to reapply the map construct on this task. So I'll just click map and click configure, click OK, and then I want to apply a reduce construct on this task. So with the partition key as a vehicle, and then I will click configure again. Okay, now let's verify in our table just to make sure the new record exists. So as you can see, there is two new records added here, max speed per trace and max speed per vehicle. Okay, so now I will go ahead and clear my console. Okay. And then you can see I'll click the run button. And click submit. Okay, so now you can see the execution started. Internally it is going to provision two machines, and I will show you why I have done that way. For testing sake I have put it as number 2, and so let me, while this is executing, let me demonstrate the how the number of VMs are provisioned automatically by the task manager using the data size. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our task manager code. Okay, so you can see it right here that I check the data size for the VM. Okay, I mean data size for the given data product. So in this case it is a 5 GB data set, but for testing sake I have I didn't want to run it like for 5 GB because it's going to take a long time, but I have already run it and the code is working fine. So what I have done is I calculate a number of VM using the formula that we proposed in the paper. Partition size and runs per VM, I have hard coded it to number 1 earlier in the code, but it's configurable. One can easily change these values to a different one. Okay, so now you can see I have again said number of VM equal to 2, whereas the actual number of VM would be 5, but I said it to be 2, and the code will execute. Okay, so on the data also I have not used the real 5 GB data because it is going to take a long time, so I have made it like a smaller data set just for testing sake. Okay, so we have run the code, and now it will automatically provision the virtual machine inside the task manager, and that line of code is right here. You can see line 218, and then after it finishes its execution, you can see down, like now it will partition the code and do all the other logic, and finally it will terminate the VMs. Okay, so whatever we provisioned, the task manager is able to terminate it. One of the major issues that I had over the weekend was that my task manager code did not understand the provisioning and terminate machines earlier. Now we made sure that the provisioning and the terminating machine happen inside the task manager, which is an external code. Okay, so that is working right now. Okay, so let's wait for a few more minutes. I think it is finished execution for the first one. Let's go ahead and look at the first one here. As you can see, max speed per trace 4 is produced here, the output. One can easily verify that, like here we produced driver vehicle traces and max speed 4 columns. So all these values have been populated here. Okay. So next step we will, like the second workflow will group by vehicle and produce the max speed. So, um, okay, now the data is partitioning for the second workflow. I mean the second task. So you can see type B max speed per trace is getting moved. Okay. So I think it will take a few more seconds. I think the first one got completed now. So the max speed per trace. Now the second one is getting executed, which is the max speed per vehicle. So the data that I showed earlier was the previous run, and it's the same thing like will happen also for the current run. So let me go to the current run. Okay, now you have this one. Okay,